Hi, I'm Casey. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to color Nadia's hair again. It's been since October since we had taken her from blonde to like a, little bit of a warm brown. And it was just kind of a semi-permanent color, but because her hair had been bleached, I knew it would like just absorb it and kind of keep it. But it has kind of like faded out of her ends a little. So we're just going to kind of richen it up a little bit so that it looks just pretty and fresh.
Just put your finger in my ear.
Sorry. So I'm going to use a level 6. We're doing the shades EQ. I'm doing an ash and a neutral because she decided she didn't want it to be quite as warm as we did last time. So 6 NA and a 6 N. And I'm just going to mix equal portions and then the processing solution. And then when I'm applying it, we're going to do, because it's actually Mask Monday and we're skipping it, we're going to still do the questions that Kim did in her video. Okay, so I have mixed it. I like this Shades EQ from Redken Color because it isn't damaging, because it can't lift her hair color. It can only deposit color. It's much more conditioning, so you could do this a lot more often and it's not going to hurt her hair. Oh, and I'm wearing gloves today because I have on these like fake plastic nails that I'm kind of not wanting them to stain. So that's what I'm thinking. And let's see. Is that too low?
It's crooked. Just make the legs shorter.
And back you up a little. All right. Now the camera's very far away. Hopefully they can hear us fine. Nadia, question number 1. Have you ever dashed and dined?
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's really, honestly, a crappy thing to do.
Right, I know, but some people have, done it when they were young and stupid and they've got a story to tell or something. So, I have an uncle who's passed away and I heard that he would do it often, which, yeah, he was also not a very good person. Number 2, have you shoplifted or stolen anything?
Why do I have to answer all of these first?
I don't know, you want me to?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think that I shoplifted like a piece of candy or something when I was extremely young, that I don't think really counts. And maybe even I was caught, like at a grocery store by my babysitter who told me like for the first time that it was like those weren't just available sitting out there to take. And I steal food, which I kind of don't consider stealing, like when I'm drunk a lot. I don't know why, but it ends up being a thing. Like we'll be at a party and I'll be drinking and then it'll be like, I think that, as the party's ending, I should probably just take that block of cheese with me. And I usually end up telling, the person I'm doing it. I can think of it at a fundraiser this one time that
No, she used to come home with like trays of cupcakes and be like, I got these for you.
Well, but so like people ended up knowing that, like, I mean, again, because I would end up telling them, which probably doesn't count as stealing necessarily, except that they weren't just offering it to me, so it kind of does. It was just that I would then announce, hey, I'm going to bring these cupcakes home to my children, because you don't need all those leftover cupcakes. But I would never do that if I had not been drinking. And then, one of my friends, they never wanted the food left over from their parties, and they had lots of parties, so they were always giving me food then to bring these home for the kids. But yeah, technically, it's definitely a thing that I do when I'm drinking, and I'd never steal anything else either. Like, so I don't know why I decide that I can take the food at parties, but I do. Okay. All right, now you.
I definitely have stolen something before, but I could not tell you what it was because I know it was just like stupid.
Like when you were a child, a small
No.
child, or like
No, when I was like a teenager. Just like
a year ago, or like
I don't
8
know.
years ago. Oh.
8 years. I mean, no, when I was like 16 probably.
And like from someone or like from a store?
From like a store.
So how is dining and dashing? You acted like that's an awful thing to do, but like stealing from a store, you didn't say, well, that's an awful thing to do.
Because
the waitress didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, when you're stealing from a restaurant, you're stealing from your server. because that's gonna come out of her tips. Because like,
yeah, it
that's just
doesn't
how it
always, but
works.
it's a lot of times. Yeah, somebody who dashes and dines, the waitress herself has to pay for it. Not like she doesn't get to like just say, oh yeah, they didn't pay. The server is responsible for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
very true.
and I definitely have never stolen from anywhere besides like Walmart. And I'm saying like, yeah, I don't think it's bad to steal from Walmart. Honestly, like, I do not. I think that's funny. I think you should steal from Walmart.
And get caught, and they'll arrest you, and then you'll ruin your life. But okay, have you ever had to run for your life? Do you want me to go first again?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that I have ever. I don't feel like I do not remember ever doing that. You?
Like, yeah, no, that seems crazy to me. Run for like someone trying to murder me?
Yeah.
No.
Or chase you or something?
No, I've never done that.
Have you ever accidentally said "I love you"?
I'm sure I have.
Really? I would feel like that would be like you'd then be embarrassed and something that you'd remember.
I mean, just like I say it on the phone, like to people all the time.
But then that's not really an accident, is it?
Huh? No, but like it's just like a habit.
Right.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal.
I took it
it's
more
an
like
accident.
like you actually loved some guy and he didn't know it yet, and then you like blurted it out or something, you know?
No.
I have not that I can think of either. Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
I haven't. Unfortunately.
Yes, I have not either. Have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
No.
I haven't either.
Do you believe that happens to people?
I guess if I think that other people have a different meaning for the word love than I do, maybe. I mean, I've certainly like thought people are hot at first sight, but yeah. No. Pressed send and instantly regretted it. I do that like all of the time because I realize, oh, I probably should have proofread that with my readers on instead of off, but never like, you know, in a way that, oh, I shouldn't have said what I said, just in a way that I should have probably proofread that and did not.
I definitely regret things, or have regretted things that I've said before. Just because, like, I mean, I've literally had a phone since I was, like, how old do you think?
9? I don't know.
Yeah, like, imagine what 9-year-olds are doing on their phone. Like, just being so embarrassing.
Have you ever been slapped across the face?
No.
My mother has definitely slapped me across the face. And
Did you deserve it?
on more than one occasion. And on one occasion, I definitely deserved it. But you know what? No, I don't think that I deserved it in the way that, because now I no longer ever think that it is ever called for anyone to become physically aggressive
I feel like
to
we're
anyone.
stirring up controversy
But-
in this video.
But at the time, I felt like I probably deserved it because I definitely knew if I said one more thing, she was probably going to hit me, and I definitely said the one more thing anyway. But that is the reason that I have often said, I think I would have accepted domestic violence from a partner if my husband was a different kind of person, because I was young enough when I got married. I think I did have the mindset that on certain occasions it's okay for the other person to hit you, because my parents would. And that's why we never hit our kids. Or spank them or anything like that. Okay, so
Did you ever want to hit me?
no,
Yeah.
I didn't. I remember sitting on Gabrielle one time though, like, which was as close as I got to being aggressive. But
What?
she was supposed to stay in timeout and she just wouldn't. So like, I mean, she was, I don't know, 4. So I just had to hold her in timeout for like the 4 minutes that she was supposed to stay because she wouldn't stay.
What was she in timeout for?
I have no idea. Don't remember. Okay. Where are we? Have you ever cried or flirted your way out of a ticket?
Literally every single time. No, not every single time. I've definitely cried every time I've ever had to talk to a cop, though. Because, yeah.
And did it help you get out of the ticket?
I've been pulled over twice. And for both of those times, I cried, and both of those times, I did not get a ticket. But I do have 2 other tickets that I cried and did not get out of. Unfortunately, so.
I have never cried or flirted my way out of the ticket, and I've never gotten out of a ticket.
You got a ticket every time you've been pulled over.
I've gotten a ticket every time I've been pulled over, except for one time when I did tell the cop I didn't pull over right away because my dad always told me, to make sure that there was red and blue lights before you were pulling over, because some people are bad and they'll trick you. Don't just be pulling over for like a yellow one or just a white flashing light or whatever. And I said, your lights aren't working. Like, there was only one color. And he looked all snotty at me, and then he looked back at his car and he was like, I'm gonna go get that fixed. And he left. And I was in a minivan with 3 little kids in the car, so I probably didn't look super intimidating or anything. But I mean, I kind of thought it was funny because he definitely looked at me like I was stupid or making shit up until he saw, his lights were totally not working. So that's the only time I've ever gotten out of a ticket. Have you ever thrown up on a roller coaster?
No.
Yes, I have definitely
Ew.
thrown up. I guess not on it, but immediately after getting off of it. Maybe it was on it. I was little, and it was with Jim, and I got off yelling, I hate Jimmy. But even now, then there was a time that I got okay with roller coasters, in my teenage years, but I'm back to being, I can't even do small. It doesn't even have to be a roller coaster now. It could be like that big boat swinging thing or something. We took them to Six Flags, and I remembered thinking, this I can do, and then I started feeling a little oozy, and I thought, I better check on Nadia in case she's not doing okay. And then I thought, oh my God, no, I can't move. I hope she's okay, because if I even move any out of what I'm doing right at this exact moment, I will definitely throw up. So I just had to kind of close my eyes and pretend I wasn't there until the ride was over. And okay, I've started a timer for you.
Okay.
Have you ever been arrested?
No.
I have not either. Have you ever shot a gun?
I think so. But I mean, I definitely would have been 7 with my grandpa or something.
Yeah, I have too, but not at anything other than bottles or targets. Yeah. But we have farmland, and my brother's taken me out to shoot things because he felt like I should know how to use a gun. I've got my FOID card. Well, in Illinois, that's what you need in order to buy guns and things. I don't think you have to in every state. Have you ever peed in a car? Not as a child in your diaper.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I have. Have you ever hitchhiked?
No.
I have not either. Have you ever lied about your age to someone to date them?
I haven't, but I downloaded Tinder when I was 17, so I did lie.
Because you're not old enough.
Yeah. So my account said I was 18, but I didn't really actually talk to anybody on there besides people that I knew. I was just swiping.
And were you in college at the time or high school?
I think I was in high school, but yeah. But it was it was probably a month before I turned 18. I didn't do anything, and I do think that was a stupid thing to do now.
Well, but I mean, did you ever date anyone off of Tinder? Did you ever meet in person anybody from on it?
Oh. No, I was just using it it was just fun to swipe through it.
Is it Bumble where you can swipe one way or the other way?
I don't know. I have only ever had Tinder, but that you do swipe one way or the other way on Tinder.
Because I downloaded one just a few years ago, but I did it from my husband's phone, and he was sitting next to me, but we were at a state fair, and I was with a single girlfriend of mine, and I'd never seen one of those dating sites before, and it just looked like a really fun game to me, and she wasn't letting me play on hers.
It is fun at stuff like that because you can see everybody that's there.
All these guys were I don't know, they put their pictures, and some of them were so goofy looking, how they pose or what picture they decided to pick. And I was trying to find dates for this girl. Clearly it wasn't going to be for me. And I thought it was funny too because I wasn't even going to put it on my own phone. I didn't want that on my phone. So I put it on my husband's. But yeah, I thought that was fun. I definitely, if I was single, because again, I like matching games Candy Crush, or we're playing this what's it called?
Water sort puzzle.
Water sort puzzle, or there's 3 to 5 different color layers, and then you have to get them all in the same color layer. So this dating app thing kind of seemed like that to me. It was just like a fun game.
Separating cute and ugly.
Yeah. or dorky and like, yeah, cool. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are there any more questions?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the last one.
I do want to go on record saying that I don't think that you should lie about your age.
But you should steal from Walmart.
When you're underage. No, yeah, I do.
That's what you're going on.
No, because I feel like I stirred up some controversy, and we might get into a spat in the comments. But I just want to say
what?
That lying about your age is not okay.
No.
Don't do that, especially if you're underage on a dating app. That's not cool. Don't do that.
Okay.
Nobody watching this is underage, so you don't need that advice. Right. Also, be careful on dating apps. People might be lying about their age.
Yeah.
Double check.
Yeah.
Ask for an ID. Stay safe out there, ladies.
Yes. Okay, very good. I will show you her after when we're done.
My mom just said that I said that if you dine and dash, you're a bad person, and I don't think that I said that, but if I did, I didn't mean to say it. What I meant to say was, it's a crappy thing to do, but you're not a bad person, because like I said, I did a crappy thing by lying, but I'm not a bad person. You can learn from your mistakes, but I'm sorry if I said that, but I don't think I did.